In 1973, Phyllis Webstad was just 6 years old when she was sent to St. Joseph Mission Residential School. Known in the U.S. as American Indian boarding schools, residential schools were missions and government projects established in both the United States and Canada in order to assimilate Indigenous children to Western culture.
These schools operated from the late 1800s to as recently as the 1990s. For many decades, attendance was compulsory for Indigenous children who were taken from their families, often with little warning.
The conditions of these schools were more akin to prisons than schools.
Children were stripped of their names, culture, and family, with cruel and sometimes deadly punishments being doled out for what was seen as uncivilized behavior.
This behavior included speaking one's native tongue or using their birth names.
Before being sent to St. Joseph, Philip Webstad was given an orange shirt by her grandmother. When she arrived at the school, the administration took this shirt from her and gave her clothing deemed more Western. Webstad's orange shirt would never be returned to her.
After retelling the story at a commemoration project for St. Joseph Mission Residential School in 2013, Webstad initiated Orange Shirt Day, observed on September 30th in Canada. The day serves to honor the thousands of Indigenous children who lost their lives at these schools and the children who survived them.
Orange Shirt Day is also known in Canada as the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. The day is not only about memory, but also about repair and healing. The orange shirt signifies our duty to uphold the memory of the lives lost at these schools and our promise to do better.
We reseed oppression when we choose to forget these horrors rather than face them. In her book, The Sacred Hoop, Indigenous scholar Paula Gunn Allen writes, "The root of oppression is the loss of memory."
We can't let the truth go untold, or the stories of the survivors unsung. We must repair the damage done over centuries to Indigenous children, families, and cultures.
As Pennsylvanians, we have a particular duty to serve our Indigenous community. The Carlisle Indian Industrial School, found in our own backyard, was the model for American Indian boarding schools in the United States. How many schools do you know that have a cemetery for their own students?
In the face of this tragedy, we strive to grow our community in a way that promotes healing and repair. This is what inspired the project being brought to you today.
For this Native American Heritage Month, we will be holding a fundraiser for the Council of Three Rivers American Indian Center.
The Council of Three Rivers is an intertribal organization right here in Pittsburgh, which provides culturally sensitive educational services and advocates for restorative acts in our community.
They also host an annual powwow to help foster a sense of community and culture for Indigenous people in Pittsburgh.
Fundraiser will be to support their Early Head Start program, which works with young children and mothers to provide daycare and family development resources. The funds will be used by COTRAIC to purchase toys for the children in this program.
We will be selling orange t-shirts with all of the profits going to support the council. The shirt will feature the quote by Paula Gunn Allen, "The root of oppression is the loss of memory," which represents not only the necessity of remembering the violence directed at Indigenous peoples, but also a call to action.
On December 10th, we will be having our own Orange Shirt Day at Seneca Valley.
We encourage you to join us on this path
of forging new relationships in our community so that it can be a kinder place to all.
We ask that you help us support the Council of Three Rivers in their work by supporting our fundraiser.
You can purchase a shirt by heading to the Shout Instagram and clicking the link in the bio. The link is playtowear.com/svshout.
These shirts are $15 and you have the option to round up your costs to increase the donation to COTRAIC.
Our goal in this campaign is community growth. We want every individual to be able to be their best self in a way that is supportive of all experiences and stories. In the words of Robin Wall Kimmer, all flourishing is mutual. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.